Welcome, genuine souls. So you're here looking for answers. You've been ignored and you've been ghosted by your twin soul. You're wondering, could they have the condition Romantic Narcissistic Disorder? You're looking for closure from them, but they can't put words and sentences together fluently anymore like they did when they were first dating you. Now, in other videos, I told you all about how this relationship goes with the romantic narcissist. I filled you in on the love bomb and all the traits that go with that. I told you about the disregard and the traits that go with that. Subscribe, go back over the videos and learn more. So let's begin. This is post-disregard. Love's euphoria come down. You're feeling wretched. The disregard blindsides most genuine souls. You have fallen madly in love with them. Now you want to know what's happening with you, okay? First, I want you to know that there are very real chemical changes that occur when you are falling in love. There are striking similarities between the brain state of a person falling in love and that of a person who has just smoked crack cocaine. Massive amounts of dopamine and oxytocin have been released into your body. The same brain pathways light up when you fall in love than of a person smoking crack. Now, unlike crack, the effects of falling in love can persist for weeks, months, and even up to 2 years. So you're basically still high on love. The effect has been well established in high quality research. Falling in love is basically the best high you can get without breaking any laws. The stimulatory effect of love crack explains how you were able to stay up night after night, week after week, months on end, whispering words of admiration to each other, texting and messaging until stupid o'clock, even when you had work or school the next day. Dr. Helen Fisher is a relationship researcher. She conducted a series of illuminating studies on the brain chemistry. All relationships begin with what's called the cocaine rush phase. She found that the brain chemicals, the dopamine and the oxytocin and such like, are in play, and many of the same brain pathways and structures are active when you're falling in love to someone enjoying a cocaine high. Now, we're not talking about the slightly buzzed feeling you get from a glass or two of wine, but rather the high octane euphoria associated with smoking crack cocaine, and you get the same rush of intense, pleasurable bonding feelings you do when you actually fall in love with somebody, the person you perceive to be your twin soul. You have become high off of them, and now you have to withdraw. You have to withdraw from the love hormones. That could take, it says up to 2 years, but in most cases it is 12 months. With the romantic narcissist, they'll probably message you and text you, and they will fake future that they're going to meet you and that they're going to carry on the relationship with you. But remember, actions speak louder than words. You know if you're getting breadcrumbed. You know breadcrumbs when you get them compared to what you've not long ago had. So work on getting through this. Work on getting away from them. Go back over the videos to learn what's actually occurred and what's going to happen. So you need to come down from the love hormone. And you also need to grieve and mourn for the person that you long for. You long for them. It's not like any other relationship breakup, because in most relationship breakups there have been major issues. Most people have come down from the love hormone. They're not randomly abandoned in the midst of evolving a beautiful relationship. because that's what you were led to believe the last time you saw them. They fake futured with you. And what I want you to know as well, that what this is like, this whole recovery, it is a traumatic event that you're going through. You will react much the same as people who have PTSD. Now, we're going to go through each thing that you will experience. You may even have begun to experience these already. You're going to begin to feel immense amounts of anxiety, like waves of panic will come over you. It's like a wave, and it makes you feel like you're going to be sick, and you need to go somewhere and you don't know what to do. Now, all you have to tell yourself when this happens, it's terrifying, it's not pleasant. You have to tell yourself, it's okay, it's the inner alarm going off. There's nothing wrong, I'm not going to die, I'm not going to fall down dead, nothing's going to happen to me, okay? It's the inner alarm, false alarm, that's all. Take a deep breath in and a long, deep breath out. Gather yourself, okay? You're not going to die. That's a fact, all right? Now, it's scary. You don't kind of know what the heck that is. That's because your future, you thought you had it mapped out, but now you suddenly have had this random change, and you don't know how to deal with it, okay? Now, all it is as well, it's a rush of adrenaline that's come into the body. It's like a fight or flight, they call it. It's like you're going to run from a lion. There's no lion, okay, so you're fine. So that's your panic attack. You know how to deal with that. You know what it is. Now, you'll be feeling frustrated, and the frustration is like a really jittery feeling, like you can't sit still. It could be with the panic episode also. And it's so bad sometimes you could rock yourself. It's just awful. You just want to hug yourself and rock. Now, when it gets like that, if you can, get on your running shoes or go on a bike and outrun yourself, go fast on your bike. And what that does, that releases hormones that will subside that feeling. And then eventually you'll get into a habit and you'll do it regularly, and you'll start to feel much, much better. Now, there may be slight paranoia as well. You'll start to think, was it me? Was it my fault? What did I do? You did nothing. It is unfortunate that you were snared into this relationship with this romantic narcissist, and I'm sorry for that. That's awful. Not your fault. The insomnia, you'll have echoes and you'll have flashbacks. They'll suddenly randomly come, similar to the panic episodes. You'll suddenly start to think about things that were said, or things that were done, or things that people said around you, and things like this. We'll go into that. That's a whole video on itself, so we will discuss the echoes and the flashbacks, and I'll go over and tell you some of the people I've helped and some of the recollections that they've had. The insomnia, they are the last thing on your mind at night, and they are the first thing on awakening in the morning. And it's that panic as soon as you open your eyes. It's like, oh, flipping heck, another day. Don't worry about that either. That's normal. If you can, do some meditation or go to the doctor and ask for some sleeping tablets to help you sleep. Also get to the doctor to help with some therapy, some psychological therapy if needed. Now, another thing you'll be dealt with is you'll suddenly develop, beautiful soul, a low self-esteem. You start to worry about your self-worth. You think, oh, I wasn't good enough. You are good enough. It was never about you. The issue here is with them. You were never the problem, okay? You'll start to struggle to do everyday tasks. There's exhaustion due to obviously all these other lack of sleep and all this sort of thing. You find getting out and about, meeting people a challenge. You'll get over this. This will be fine. you'll also have like a feeling of numb. You sort of feel numb inside. And this is again a condition from the trauma, PNSD. Now, apathy it's called, and it's like you have no, it's almost like you have no emotions left anymore, and there's a feeling of numbness throughout your whole body, and there could be, again, slight depression. There's going to be a cocktail of emotions, okay, because not only has the romantic narcissist disregarded the source, you're also coming down from that euphoric high, the love hormones that we talked about, and you're coping with the insomnia, you're coping with the echoes, the flashbacks, you'll also cope because you will cry, and let me just tell you this, you will sob buckets. I'm not kidding you, you will cry a lot, the tears will fall down your face, honestly, off your chin. Normal, don't stop it, allow it to happen, because after you cry you will feel better for a couple of days, and then the cycle again, you'll cry again. Another thing you could do to help yourself is to go into your car, go for a drive, and just scream and shout and yell, get it out, alright? Just do what you need to do. Another thing you could do is scream and yell into a pillow. That's absolutely normal. A lot of genuine souls are dealing with this, use this to help them. It is advised that you try to delete all pictures, voice messages and everything from the romantic narcissist, because what unfortunately tends to happen is you'll hold on to the romantic bombing stage and you'll forget about the disregard stage and the devalue stage, which was their true character. We'll go back through lots of things that will help you, lots of coping strategies. You're normal, you'll recover. You've got to take it a day at a time as well. There's no rush, there's no rules, okay? And nowadays there are lots of things online that can help you. There's self-love affirmations, which will help overcome the lack of self-worth that you'll be feeling. There is hypnosis sessions online that you can do. There is sleep hypnosis that you could do at night. There are lots and lots of resources for you to help you, all right? One day, this is how recovery seems to work. One day you'll wake up and it'll be much later in the day. You'll think, oh my gosh, I did not think about them first thing. And you won't believe it. You'll just be like, I cannot believe that just happened. And then you suddenly look into yourself and think, I really don't care that much, actually. Yeah, and then you'll really start to recover. But most of all, you must realise, honestly, this is part of life, and, you know, we get given challenges to overcome them, to make us stronger. Is there a lesson here that you need to learn? Is it that you need to work more on your self-love? You need to do more self-love affirmations?